What is up, people? Shoquafina here, coming at you with our first battle in the first week of the NBA, the National Battle Association. Your Lake Huron Lanturns are taking on Mudkid and the Toledo Mudkid. So if you guys are excited for this battle, please leave a like down below and subscribe to make sure that you can get notified when our future team builders and future battles in this league and in the GPL go up. So let's just jump right into this thing. I am very surprised that he did not bring Mega Aerodactyl. I am that kind of actually just messes up my plan a little bit, because my plan was originally to lead Lipard. My plan was to lead Lipard and then just go for shenanigans that way in case he wanted to lead Arrow. But seeing all of these mons here, I realized that Rotom puts in a lot of work. Rotom can handle the Emboar. It can handle the Gligar. It can handle the Vaporeon. Jirachi really doesn't want to do anything to me because I am physically defensive. I doubt Jirachi's going to have anything to hit me on the special side. Clef could be a problem for me, and Shaman obviously could be a problem for me as well. But I feel like Rotom's a very safe lead here. I don't want to lead Lipard just in case he leads Emboar, which could possibly be Scarfed, or he goes into Jirachi and U-turns and does a lot of damage on me. So I'm going to lead Rotom here, as he does lead with his Emboar, and he does hard switch out. I'm guessing that thing is Scarfed. He goes into John Cena here. I just go for the Volt Switch, predicting his switch out, and I just go into Screwdriver because this is my answer to Clefable. Clefable actually gives my team a very big problem, so I'm expecting the switch here, and I go out into my I predicted the switch there into his Shaman or his Vape, and I went out into my Pinsir here as he just goes for the Protect. So I guess a bit of an over-prediction on my part, but I don't think there's really anything this wants to do to me, so I can go ahead and just Mega Evolve up here. And I just go for an SD. I was really expecting this thing to switch out, but he just goes for a Wish for whatever reason. I don't know why he's still in, to be honest with you guys. There's nothing he wanted to do to my Drill. There's nothing he wants to do to my Mega Pinsir. So I'm like, I'm just going to go for the SD. I was expecting him to switch out, but he didn't. So now I'm just stuck here at +2. So I'm like, I guess I Swords Dance again? As he reveals he has Hidden Power Rock. So I goofed, obviously. I really didn't think this had anything to really hit me with. I was thinking, obviously it was unaware if he wanted to stay in on me. I was hoping that it wasn't, but obviously since it just did stay in, it's unaware. And then I was hoping he'd either have, or I was expecting that he would have Moonblast, since I saw Wish Protect. And then I was probably in Heal Bell or Stealth Rock as well. So HP Rock caught me way off guard. Did play in his part, bringing the HP Rock, but yeah, now I realize this thing's almost useless now. I can't switch in on rocks later on. I don't want to leave this as a sack. I want to get Excadrill in here for free against this thing. So a few over predictions on my part led to Mega Pinsir going down really early, but I just honestly don't know why he wanted to stay in the first place until I saw the HP Rock. So what are you going to do, guys? I just go for the Rock Slide, hoping for flinches, or hoping to do more than 32%, as he just goes for another Hidden Power and takes me out. That's very unfortunate for me. He shows leftovers, and that kind of irritates me. So I just go into Hentai here because I can hit this thing with a Sludge Wave. It's adaptability, it's E-Belt, it's going to hit really, really, really hard. He goes for the Protect just to get some back, and he does go for the switch out here into the Rachi. I go for the Scald because I saw that coming. I was hoping for the Burn, but I didn't get one, which is unfortunate. So right here I just go for the switch out. I go into my Laundromat because I'm expecting this thing to either be defensive or physically offensive. It just goes for the Stealth Rock, so that's fine there. As he just goes right back out into this Clefable. This thing gave me such a problem. So I go ahead and burn this thing. We see it takes damage, so it's 1,000,000%. It's a 1,000,000% fact that this thing is unaware. As I go for the Hydro Pump, just get some damage there as he goes for the Wish. He's obviously going to protect this next turn, so I just hard switch out into my Screwdriver on the Protect, which he doesn't. He actually goes for the Moonblast. So if I would have gone for Hydro Pump there, it still wouldn't have knocked it out, to be honest with you guys, but it would have put it down very, very low. But I do get my Screwdriver out here as he just hard switches out into his Sanic, which is what I was predicting the first time with my Mega Pinsir, but I hit it with an Iron Head, and that does a lot of damage, so that shows me that this thing is definitely not physically defensive. As I just go out into my Hentai here, because I can quad resist his grass type moves. He goes for the Earth Power, and I probably should have seen that coming, to be honest with you guys, but he doesn't want to stay in here, so he switches out into his Jirachi. I predict that once again. I give it another Scald, and does not get the burn once again. So he goes for the Wish here. I go for another Scald. Still no burn. So I don't know what I got to do this match, guys, in order to get something going my way. So I just go right back out into my Laundromat. He shows he has double Wish on his team. He just goes for the Psyshock here, so it's a good thing I switched, or else I would have been down Dragalge as well. He does go ahead and switches out again into his Clefable, as I predict that, and just go right out to my Screwdriver. I don't even bother with Volt switching. I don't care. I just go right out to my Screwdriver. And I make a double here into my Gozira, as he just goes for another Protect. Like, this man's Protect game is strong, I guess, because he had no reason to Protect there. He should have went out into something else, but I mean, he's protecting, he's taking burn damage, you know, I don't get it, but it worked for him, so I guess that's fine. There's the bird damage there, like I said, so I just set up my Stealth Rocks as he goes for a Wish here. And we can see that burns keeping him kind of low, but the Wish is healing him right back up. So I just go ahead and switch back out into my Screwdriver as he goes for another Moonblast. And at this point, Excadrill's getting really low, guys. Excadrill's getting so low. But I do have the Sand Rush ability right now. I am in the sand, and I can just start hitting things. He goes for another Protect, just wear down the sand. I understand it this time, guys. I understand it this time. It takes a little extra damage there thanks to the burn and the sand. But now he actually gets double Protect. He actually gets double Protect. So I can get nothing going my way this game, guys. I'm just not gonna lie to you. There's absolutely nothing I have going for me this entire match. He gets the double Protect. He goes for triple for some reason. I don't understand. He's just whittling himself down with burn damage. He can just go for the Wish next turn. So he's literally just trying to stall here. And he goes out into his Sanic as it takes a Stone Edge. We see one more Stone Edge. Will not take this thing out. He's actually going for the Giga Drain there. That's fine though, because I have the Ice Punch, and Ice Punch also doesn't take it out, but I get the crit, so I guess that's okay. I mean, it doesn't kill it, so whatever. He just goes for the Earth Power, doesn't do anything. I'm specially defensive, I'm in the sand, so Pursuit just takes this thing out. As he goes into his Man-Pig and board here, I know this thing's Scarfed. Just from Team Builder, I knew this thing was Scarfed. So I go out to my Laundromat, and he gets a Super Power off here, does get a crit. I was kind of upset when that happened, but I realized it didn't really matter. It was a 2-hit KO no matter what, because this thing is just so powerful. I go into my Socks here as he goes out into John Cena. I just go for the T-Wave. I wanted to get that. I wanted to make sure that Scarf didn't matter with Thunder Wave, but good prediction on his part going into this thing. So I go ahead and go for the Taunt so it can't Protect, and so it can't Wish or do anything else, forcing the switch here. And he does switch, and he goes out into his Gligar. So I just go for the U-turn, predicting the switch. I get the crit, which is fine. Based on that damage, I don't know if he's Eviolite or not, but I do go out in my Gozira because I have the Ice Punch. It's quite effective. And he actually goes for SD here. And it was at this point I learned that he brought Sandveil. And guys, remember earlier when I said I couldn't get anything going throughout this entire match? I missed the Ice Punch on the Sandveil. I missed the knockoff on the Sandveil. He goes for an Agility. And he goes for the Earthquake. Like, I don't know what else I could have done throughout this entire match. I know Mega Pinsir was a misplay, but, like, He just sacks his Gligar here. I don't know why he did that, to be honest with you guys. I have no idea. No, don't get me wrong. Sandvale was a very good bring. I was just so salty that I couldn't get anything going my way. It seemed all the plays went to Mudkid, but you know, that's Pokemon. I can't really complain about that, and he does show he is Scarfed here, which is a surprise to absolutely no one. So Mudkid picks up the victory. We fall to 0-1 on the season. I felt like I played very well, except for the Mega Pinsir. I was making very aggressive doubles, which usually would have paid off, but for some reason they didn't in this match. Good game for Mudkid though. That Sandvale came in clutch, man. I was so salty about that Sandvale, but that just goes to show how good of a play it actually was. I can't even be mad about that in hindsight. So, I don't think I saw Vaporeon the entire match. This Emboar I knew was Scarf from Team Preview. That Clefable, I had a really hard time with that Clefable, just because it was so bulky and I didn't have very many answers on my team. I didn't really prep very well for it, and that's my fault. I don't know why I didn't prep well for it. I just figured, you know, Excadrill in the sand should be able to bop it, but he played it very well. He played it very aggressively, and he played it, well, not aggressively. He just played it throughout the entire match. I was thinking it'd be more of like a switch in, take a hit kind of Pokemon instead of this thing being out the majority of the time. So he did play Clefable very well. I just couldn't get anything going my way. You know, it happens in this game. Sometimes it costs you matches. Sometimes that's just how it goes. So Sandvale Gligar, I'll have to definitely note that. I didn't even see that coming, guys. So I'm very impressed he brought that. But yeah, shoutouts to Mudkid. I will have a link down in Team Builder down below, and I'll also have a link down to his YouTube page down below. You can go check out the battle from his view and see what he was thinking about everything. But yeah, that's the match, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we'll go to 1-1 next week. We'll see though. Hopefully I don't get hacked and you know, someone doesn't bring a surprise Sandvale again, because that just blew my mind. So I'm still not over that. But yeah, again, shout out to Mudkid for the Sandvale. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I need to get the heck out of here. My name's Shoquafina. I'm the coach of your Lake Huron Lanturns, and I'm out.